Remember that Chinese spy balloon that drifted over Alaska and across the continental United States before being shot down off the South Carolina coast earlier this year? Well, we are learning even more about it right now, about how it worked. The exclusive NBC News reporting coming in shows U.S. intelligence officials have determined that balloon used an American internet service provider to send and receive communications back to China.
So what was the purpose of the balloon? Yeah, it's like a gathering of information, like a draining of information, especially when it comes to communications. It seems like the balloon was trying to see what certain organizations knew and or how they would react. Yeah, it's like waiting to see what this side was going to tell this side about what was going on. And the balloon was to gather that intelligence or that conversation or information. Three of Wands would be like, I'm looking ahead at something. It's not like flying over and getting the data. It's like planting something that allows you to continuously get the data. Because the Three of Wands would be like, things are changing, so I need a different way to make sure that I'm getting the same information that I was getting previously. But because of the chaos that's going to ensue from what's planned to happen, there's going to be extra barriers put up to safeguard against me being able to get the information in the same way that I used to get it. So now I need a different way. I need to plant a seed somewhere. It's almost like, and it's not this literally, this is just like an example of what I'm seeing in my brain. Like imagine like the balloon flying and like, I know that there's like satellites everywhere, but it's almost like the balloon was, I don't know how, it's like it's like putting something in place that, it's like because of the chaos that will ensue from these events, there's going to be an extra barrier put up that blocks out what I was previously able to access. So I need to get on the inside and put this somewhere so that I still have access when these walls are up. It has something to do with the energy grid. I just don't know what. It's almost like if there's like a literal invisible net. Imagine like the whole United States is covered in this invisible netting, right? It's like the balloon had to hook up to something physically. Like, you know how you can charge your phone on like a, you just put it on the charger, like you just place it like phone charger and you don't have to plug it in or anything. You just put it there, right? Like a Bluetooth type of charge, I guess. I don't know what it's called. It's like that's what's normally done. But because of added protection that's going to come in because of the events, it's like needing to plug it in literally, like put the plug in instead of just laying it on the charger, like needing that hard connection charge instead of like an air charge. I gotta do my research. That makes more sense, but that's what I'm seeing.
Some surprising stuff here. Walk us through this exclusive NBC reporting.
So, Stephen, as we understand it, this assessment that was done by the U.S. intelligence community says that this balloon connected to a U.S.-based internet service provider as it was moving across the continental United States. And the purpose was to be able to send and receive information from China, communications information, primarily navigational information, as we understand it from this assessment, in these really short transmission bursts as it was moving from west to east here across the United States. The administration, according to this reporting and sources, tried to get a court order from this highly secret FISA court, as it's called, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. And the point there was to be able to collect electronic information from the balloon, intelligence information, while it was over the United States. We don't know at this point whether the administration was actually able to get that court order. The company that was the internet service provider that we're not naming in order to protect some of our sources here denied that the balloon was able to connect to its network, and that was based on its own investigation. As you might imagine, the U.S. government, different departments in the government are not commenting on this story at this point. We do know in the past that the Pentagon, for example, said that it protected sensitive sites. It was able to protect sensitive government sites as the balloon was moving across the United States, covering up vehicles or planes or other sorts of things that were on the ground as the balloon was moving across the U.S. The Biden administration insisted at one point that it was able to collect more information about the balloon and from the balloon than the balloon itself was able to collect about things on the ground as it was moving across the U.S.